All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation and much love to you, Akim, out there pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. And I just want to do a quick video concerning the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, NFC chip, whatever you want to call it. All right, it's the implantable microchip. And came across a couple articles, so I'm just gonna do a RFID mark of the beast update, because by now you should know the scriptures, which I'm gonna bring out regardless. But by now you should already know where this is going. All right, because the main thing the scriptures speak about is buying and selling. All right, even though it has more more uses, the main thing that's going to stand out, that you're going to know this is the mark of the beast, is the buying and selling part. Although it does more, it does miracles. So as the scriptures say, they're going to deceive through the miracles. All right. The biohacking and all that. People are going to walk again, and, all that nonsense that Esau's going to push, the convenience of it. But here it is. The scriptures specifically point out the buying and selling. All right. So I'm going to let this video play real quick, and then we'll get into it.
If you could pay for your groceries with the swipe of your hand, while Sweden is making your sci-fi fantasies come to life. At least 4,000 people have had a microchip about the size of a grain of rice implanted into their skin. The technology is used to replace credit cards and cash, but can also be used to measure some biological data. Now, naysayers of this have concerns over the safety.
So you see, they say that you're going to be able to buy, all right, sell things. It's going to contain information. All right. And if you go into them words in Revelation 13, all right, or, throughout the book of Revelation, all right, the word for mark is a charagma, and it goes into the root word, which is charax, and then grapho meaning to write. All right. That's what they're going to write. The information will be coded. All right. Written into the chip, which is the charagma, and the charax would be this syringe right there that they're about to implant, the pill or the stake. That is the charax, the charagma being the chip. All right, so let's read this real quick. This is Revelation 13 and 16. It says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." And what is this man receiving? He's receiving that mark right there. There it is. This is the visualization of that verse we just read. All right. It says, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." So that this specifically points out buying and selling. All right. Cashless society. All right. The microchip is going to replace cash. So hello, wake up and smell the fresh air, man.
Safety of technology. They also note there may be a link between the doubling cybercrime rate in Sweden over the last 10 years. But Andy Serwer, if you had the option to perhaps have this little piece of rice, let's say right in the fatty part between your index finger and your thumb, kind of a neutral part of the body, just right in there, all of a sudden you're ready to go.
No doubt I'd try it.
Sure.
There you go. No doubt he'll try it, which he's most likely an Edomite, so he might as well take it. But look, this is where it's leading, man. All right, they're gonna get rid of the cash. They're gonna get rid of the credit cards, and they're gonna move to this microchip that's gonna be implanted. Okay. This is what the mark of the beast is talking about, and who's pushing this out? The beast. All right, the beast is the one pushing this out. Sweden is part of the beast. All right. And ultimately, it's going to come upon America mandatory. All right. Revelation 13:15. "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as should not worship the image of the beast should be killed." So if you don't worship the image of the beast, they're going to try to kill you, man. And what is the image of the beast? The philosophies of the beast. All right. The ways, their new world order, their ways of living. All right, all the nonsense they did push out. All right, the propaganda. All right, the New World Order, right? The philosophies, what they teach, that is the image of the beast. And the beast, all right, is the EU and NATO, the ancient Roman Empire all over again, which America is part of NATO. So when it says in verse 16, and he is talking about the beast system, man. And it's all going to go hand in hand. Because if you worship the beast, all right, ultimately you're going to take his chip. The Revelation 14:9 says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. All right, so this is a trifecta. You worship the beast and his image, then you're going to receive his mark. But there are certain men that are going to refuse that. All right, and what did it say? That you're liable to be put to death. It says, and cause, that is verse 15, Revelation 13:15, and says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. But what if you worship the beast in his image and receive his mark? Well, your judgment is going to be death anyway from the Lord. So would you rather die in the hands of Esau, or would you rather die at the hands of the Lord? All right, Revelation 14:10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. All right. So if you receive this microchip implant, you're going to be destroyed via thermonuclear fire. All right. That's your judgment.
And I would try it. And we were just talking during the break, Miles, about the implications. And then the problem with it I see is, okay, it's fail-safe, except don't you ever want another family member to use your account? Right. And so you can't trade it off. I'm not going to rip it out, but could I trade the purchasing power to you if you had one in your hand? Go, like boom. Boom. Yeah, I mean, all that stuff is coming. And then whose is it? Is it the banks? Is it the government of Sweden? Is it Google?
Good question. Whose is it? Well, the banks. The banks are going to be the one telling you, look, if you want to continue to use your bank, you want a bank account, then you got to take the chip. There's the proof. World Central Bank. All right. Digital. Look, it says global central banks are partnering up to explore digital currencies. Central banks join forces to look at future digital currencies. Hello. The writing is on the wall. Why do you think these world central banks are coming together to move to a cashless, all right, society? They're moving to digital currency. And how do you think that digital currency is going to work? Through this microchip, plain and simple.
Google,
the manufacturer,
or who is it?
Right.
Who's it connected?
And it's all going to be together, man. Again, this is the main thing: the cat buying and selling. But that's why he's mentioning Google and these other entities. Because it's all going to be linked together. That's why you have Google and Microsoft buying into the medical data. Okay, because they're going to be in charge of writing that or whatever, or linking all that system together. So that chip is going to be used for multiple things. All your information is going to be stored on there. Your medical, your driving record, you know, all your information. All right, is going to be linked through this chip. All right. And it'll be accessed through the chip. All right.
Is it Square? Who's it? Who runs this thing? I mean, there's a million questions, but there is no doubt in my mind that this is coming. But I do question whether it's going to be wearables or implants. I mean, I think.
And this is back in July 15th, by the way, 2019.
That's going to be sort of the big debate because, you know, the watch and that ring that guy had.
Yeah, the Oura ring.
Right.
I've heard a lot of people talk about that, which is, you know, measures basically your resting heart rate as you sleep and as you live. And I think the more we learn about longevity, the more it's things like resting heart rate and glucose levels are the most important things.
But now that I think about it, you know, there's another option as well, which is why can't you just do retinal? In other words, that's sort of you walk in and it just sees who you are. Right. So why do I need an implant at all if it can tell who I am by reading my biometrics somehow?
You know, I'd actually prefer, I think if we want to do that example, right? And, you know, you've spent enough time in China to know there's facial recognition everywhere.
Yeah.
I'd prefer to...
Speaking of China, this is what they're pushing towards, really. All right. They're causing panic and fear with this coronavirus, which is real. All right, people are dropping dead, but you know they're using this situation all right, to move towards that system, all right, the mark of the beast system, all right, the cashless society. You know, you need to have this the electronic tag to keep track of you. You know, and really China's almost damn near cashless anyway. All right.
Have something, you know, implanted like in my hand than to have my face recognized in a database. Because at least this is part of me, right? And presume it has some sort of health monitoring, so it knows that, you know, my blood pressure is about this, my heart rate.
See, that's another thing they're gonna push, the medical benefits, so to say, or the what's the word, Slovakia, can't think of the word right now. The convenience of it, okay?
It's about that. My body temperature tends to be in this range. So let's say I'm running a fever, knows I'm not well, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The facial recognition is pure surveillance.
Well,
I don't really love that.
Yeah, I don't care. You know how I feel about that, though, Miles? I'm not doing anything wrong. I don't care.
I know.
And, you know, I just want ease of use. But I think what all this speaks to, you know, is, you know, wearables, biometrics, or implants. Those are three broad categories we just sort of mapped out that, you know, it's sort of far from a foregone conclusion. And we may have all three sort of competing systems over the next, you know, 20, 50 years. But no
20, 50 years. This guy's delusional.
doubt all three of those things will be in play as we look to pay for things, check our health, and have our identity tracked.
That's right.
By security, right?
You know, it sounds like
that's the main three things they're gonna use it for, man. Identity, medical, in the main one the scriptures speak about is the monetary. Okay.
great conversation we could have with Kathy Wood.
Yes.
Ark Invest. I'm sure they have multiple plays.
Right, that's enough of them. So let's just finish off, because again, I said that there's going to be some that will not take it, that take the mark of the beast. Let me see if I can find it. Let me just type it in. Mark Revelation. I thought it was in 20. Or maybe 19. Okay, this is Revelation 19 and 20. It's a lot. It says, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast. So what? All right, the beast, meaning the EU, NATO, Esau's power structure. Okay, the ancient Roman Empire born again, and the false prophet, meaning the church, the religious system that they have set up, beginning with the Catholic Church or the Christianity and all the things that stem from the Catholic Church. All right, that's the false prophet. They wrought miracles before him to deceive the people to receive the mark of the beast. That's how they're gonna get you, man. They're gonna deceive you with miracles. All right, so you can take the mark of the beast. All right, it says, and them that worship his image, these both were cast alive into the lake of burning fire. So that's what you're going to receive. That's what you're going to receive if you take that chip. That's not the one I was looking for. Oh, here it was, Revelation 20. It says Revelation 20 and 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of the Most High, in which had not worshipped the beast. And remember, we read in Revelation 13, if you don't worship the beast, they'll have the power to kill you. All right, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. So those men that do not worship the beast and do not receive his image, they're gonna reign with the Lord. All right, that's the flip side of this mark of the beast. There's gonna be people that take it, be deceived and take it, and there's gonna be those that stand firmly and stiffly for the Lord and not take it. All right. So with that, Lord's willing, this is edifying. Shalom.